Okay, proceeding forward, I wanted to look a little bit into this guy, that officer now has been charged with murder for killing that woman in her home. So I wanted to look at a little bit more into that. So we have somebody of tradition. Well, he's supposed to be, in the tradition of the police department. He's supposed to be trained in that. But the maturity, what grew while he was there, was this sense of rebellion. Okay? This is also in the regular tarot. This would be your emperor. Okay? I'm large and in charge. These guys get really so full of themselves. They need to mature, okay? Because these are not mature actions. Okay, these are the actions of a hothead, of somebody that says, I'm beyond the constraints. I am the law. I don't need to follow the law. I am the law, okay? So, unfortunately, you have a lot of those types that want to wear a badge because they think it gives them the right to have some sort of power over others. Now, not every policeman is that way. There are those that got into it for the right reasons, and then there are those that didn't. Okay? We have those that rebel against tradition, against being the training they're supposed to have. He became a hothead, and he reacted. Okay. Foundation of it, Shaman of Stars. Now, usually that card for me is Trump. Trump has stirred all this crap up with so many people. As far as the consciousness is concerned, it saw that he was one that I wanted to pull a clarification on this, one that just reacted. Okay? Immature reaction. He took an immature action, okay? Not really thinking it out. He acted, he reacted, okay? All this stuff is stirred up by Trump. He just reacted, and now he's paying the price. Okay? Well, it's too late to have sorrow now. Okay? You're charged with murder. Yeah, so now he's singing the blues. Above it, we have the family. Okay. So what we have with the family is the postponement. For now, there is the card of the laziness being, this for me is this being taken out of commission, and I wanted a clarifier with that, and the clarifier is this sense of loss. Okay. And I think with this they're seeing too little being done at the moment. First they took him just out of commission. Now he has been charged with murder. So the family of this woman is facing this loss and this postponement, waiting for a trial to take place. Okay. Terrible thing in their family. Her sister was on there today, and just, who could understand that? Okay. Going into it, boundaries. Well, boundaries were crossed. Past life, looking at his past, okay? Looking at his past. This is like the card of the reminiscing, okay? We're looking at his past. Has he crossed boundaries before? This will come out in trial. This is the beginning and the ending. This is the ending of his career. He jumped off the cliff with this one. He crossed the boundaries. Okay, and now he's got to pay the price. What we have going forward is skill. He's going to need some good lawyers. And his skill is in question. Okay? His skill as a policeman. Where was his skill? Where was the ripeness that should have been there? Okay? Because what we had here is what was ripe was schizophrenic. Okay? He was not mentally suited for this. Okay? Not mentally suited. We have, again, we see there, it was a knee-jerk reaction, immature reaction that happened. Now this family is facing that loss and this postponement of justice. They're waiting for justice. He did not follow the traditions. And so what we have out here is the final card, Courage. And this is the card I'm getting for, this is the one I got for Jules too. They're going to be facing jail time. They're going to be facing court. Okay? So now this guy is going to be in isolation. Okay? Okay? This is like the heartbreak card, the pain card, the 3. Okay? 3 of Swords. Okay? He's facing this pain of isolation that he has got himself into now by his actions. All in. Okay? The totality. So his totality of action, he acted, he reacted, and now he's going to go to jail. And he will go to jail. There's no way out of it. This woman did nothing wrong. There is no defense that can be there that will get him out of this. Okay? So I hope he's got enough courage to face the rest of his life in jail. Okay? So yeah. Again, overstepped the boundaries. He didn't have the skill level he should have had. All this stuff is stirred up by Trump. That the streets are even less safe now with the Trumpian crap going on. Things are volatile. This guy just reacted. Didn't think, didn't give her time to put her hands up or anything. But who's going to think you're talking to you? You're in a house. She probably went to the window, heard somebody yelling out there, and went to see what it was. Not realizing that it's police yelling at her in her house. And he didn't even give time for her to act or react. Okay? So that's what I get from this. He's going to go down. He's going to jail. He was not mentally fit for this job. Not mentally fit for it. He should never have been in this position. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here. Such a sad situation. And another one came up yesterday that I couldn't believe that I read. A family got arrested for loitering, for standing, basically they were in front of their house. They even yanked one guy off of the porch and arrested him. Okay, family members at their house, the police arrested them for loitering. How can you loiter on your own property? Oh, well, the police said, well, you live in there, you don't live out here. Excuse me? Your property, it should be your property. They weren't out standing outside in the street creating chaos. They were on their property. But this goes along with Trump. Remember Trump saying, don't treat them gently. When you put them in that cop car, rough them up. Don't worry about it. It's okay. This is Trump's doing. This is still part of Trump's doing. All of these bizarre happenings with police. And I think, it's not getting less, it's getting more. And it's getting more bizarre. Shooting somebody in their home, arresting people for being on their property, on the lawn, outside of their house. They get arrested, pulled off a porch, manhandled, thrown in jail for being outside of their house. Trump needs to be out of office soon. And we need to get somebody in there to get this stuff righted. We need to get these police departments cleaned up. They should have a huge psychological testing for people that are going to be police, first responders in general. You would think they would have some sort of a psychiatric exam that they would have to pass. Because, especially police, they're walking around with guns, okay? People's lives are in their hands. I had a neighbor yesterday come over and knock on my door. Remember when I made my album the other night? Well, I'm starting to work on the album, and I hear somebody screaming at the top of their lungs outside. And I go out, and some woman is over at the neighbors just screaming at the top of her lungs, leave me alone. And I said, if you don't quit, I'm going to call the police. You need to leave now. I went out and yelled at this woman. She's just screaming. I said, nobody's over there bothering you. You're coming to their home bothering them. You need to leave. Whatever is going on, you need to leave now, or I'll call the police. Ugh. So she finally got in her car and she took off. So the neighbor come over last night. He's knocking at my door. Now, I've never met these people. They live across the street. People here don't socialize. Really, the only neighbors I know is one down at the end of the street. He's got a motorcycle, so he waves. He knew I was riding, so he'll wave back. That's about it. The one on the other end of the street has got a big standard poodle, which I talk to her sometime. They're friendly. I kind of, it's not a long conversation. It's, hello, how are you? Across the way over here is the guy that's got HIV, AIDS positive. He's friendly, a little too friendly. I try to avoid him because every time all he wants to talk about is men's reproductive organs. I don't want to hear it. Go ahead. Yeah, good luck with that. Whatever. I don't want to hear about your sexual exploits, okay? So I try to avoid him for that reason. And then my other gay neighbors over at the other side, an older couple of men, and you see them out there and say hello, and that's about it. So, it's usually a quiet block. But anyway, he come over and knocked on my door and said, did you call the police the other night? I go, no, I didn't. I told her I was going to call. She didn't leave. She left. So, no, I didn't call. He said, well, my wife called and they never came. I said, are you kidding me? He said, no. I called the police and the police never showed up. They never called. They never called back. They didn't show up. They didn't come out to take a report. Nothing was done. Okay? And it could have turned into a very bad situation. But the police never responded. Okay? He told me his son came back home for a while. He's in I got it, a toxic relationship, and it's one of those things. They don't leave each other alone. They can't live with each other, and they can't live without each other. One of those toxic types of things. Good luck with that. Okay. Anyway. But I mean, the point being, the police are all over the map. Either they're shooting up or they don't show up. So, I mean, something needs to be done. That, and again, I want to move out of here. This is not too far from where I live, is where all the Russian mafia, they live not that far away. You keep hearing that they come down and they have all these dealings in Florida. That's because they have a ton of the Russian mafia in Florida. I forget the name of, not Sunny Isles. Maybe it's Sunny Isles. Anyway, it's not too far from here, over by the ocean side. Maybe it's about 15-minute drive from here, 20-minute drive, where you have, very expensive area, a lot of Russian mafia there. That's where they're at. So I'm stuck between, we've got the satanic thing that's down around the corner, some satanic club that's, Epstein was involved with. I got Mar-a-Lago up here. I got Doral right here, and the Russian mafia. This is the vibes I'm living in. Needless to say, I want to get the heck out of here sooner than later. Yes, I know there are a lot of Trumpians in Tennessee, but I don't think you have the Russian mafia, the satanic club, and Trump living in close quarters, okay? Oh. And so that's my day. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. And we'll continue forward for the rest of the day. Oh my Lord, what's going to come up next? This is why I don't leave my home very often. I'm really a shut-in here. And the one day I was going to go out, of course, they had a shooting there. I went like, really? I think I'm going to go make some coffee. I need my coffee. Or maybe I'll go out for a drive. I'm going to go out to Starbucks and grab a coffee just to get out for a few minutes. And yes, I know you heard the word out. God. And Starbucks. I'm not taking you this time. Last time I took them and they had a puppuccino. They love it, but they look like they've got rabies. They come up out of the mug and they've got white froth all over their face. Rabies! Watch out. Mad dogs! I don't take them very often, I don't want them to get too hooked on the puppuccinos, that would be all I needed. Puppuccino addicted dogs. He said puppuccino. Mama said puppuccino. I would go for a puppuccino. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You think he doesn't know? He knows. They are very smart. No, yeah, I'm not taking you for a puppuccino today. No. No. Yeah. Oh, yes, I know. I love you, Mommy. Take me. I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to leave this here and see if I can head out the door really quickly. Because he is going to keep trying to schmooze me to take them to get a puppuccino, but no puppuccino today. No, you had one this week already. No, you're not getting another one this week. I'm going to leave now so I can still get out of here in time. Talk to you soon. Aho!